Melt and Pour is a soap base that can be melted and customized according to your likings. For example, in terms of colors, fragrances, and shape. The soap base has already gone through saponification process so that we only need to melt and pour it. It can be taken out of the mold within an hour or so and can be used immediately without any curing time. There are different melt and pour soap bases available, for example, with goat's milk or shea butter, with honey, or even African black soap type. Here is the plain transparent and opaque one. The ingredients in the soap are well balanced, and adding ingredients to it can compromise the quality and performance of the soap, so best is to leave it as is. But here are additives that can be used. Colors are a fun way to customize your soap creations. There are liquid colorants that are very concentrated and create a solid look. Here's an example how transparent soap turns out with the use of liquid colorants. You can use the primary colors to create the additional complementary colors. I have a separate video going more in depth on how to mix colors that I will leave in the description for you to check out. Another possibility are colors in powdered form, the so-called pigments. They also create a matte look in soap and need to be premixed with rubbing alcohol or glycerin before adding it to the soap base. That way the pigment can be easily dispersed. Otherwise you might end up with little clumps that won't break. The ratio is 1 teaspoon of pigment to 1 tablespoon of rubbing alcohol or glycerin. Micas are colorants in powdered form too, but more on the shiny and pearly side. Super fun to give your soap this nice shimmery look, as you can see here. For even more sparkle, you can add glitter to your soap. Make sure you're using cosmetic grade and biodegradable glitter. I like to add my glitter to salt and pepper shakers for easy use, or in these spray pump bottles. Here you can see an example how glitter looks in melt and pour soap. There are also natural colorant options suitable for melt and pour soap making. These need to be premixed with rubbing alcohol as well to get them well dispersed in your soap. Let's see some examples. Although hibiscus powder has a beautiful dark pink color, it turns into a deep blue when mixed in melt and pour. Spirulina for a more green color option. Turmeric for an orange color with the addition of skincare benefits. And charcoal for a grey or black color depending on the amount you use, with the bonus of having detoxing benefits for your skin. The scent of a soap is one of its most important features. Melt and pour holds fragrances very well in general, and you don't need much. There are fragrance oils that are produced in a lab, and you usually don't need more than 1%. Essential oils are another, more natural option. These are produced mostly by distillation. Even citrus essential oils can be used in melt and pour, and they will stick to it. Most of the botanicals don't work in melt and pour as they turn brown over time. But there are a few exceptions. Poppy seeds are cute and add a little interest and even some exfoliation. The other possibility are dried calendula flowers. Here is a practical example of how you could incorporate it in your melt and pour soap and how it will turn out after hardening. I recently discovered that also blue corn flowers don't turn brown in melt and pour, as you can see here. This was poured 3 weeks ago. Really pretty, don't you think? Some exfoliants can be added to melt and pour as well. We have already seen poppy seeds in a previous example. Another great exfoliant is walnut shell powder. Great for rough skin parts like feet or dirty hands. This is a loofah sponge. It is a type of cucumber that acts like a natural exfoliant and can be easily incorporated in melt and pour, providing a nice exfoliation while using it as a soap. Another fun addition to melt and pour are embeds, and the possibilities here are endless. You can make embeds out of melt and pour and add it on top of your soap, or even incorporate them into your soap. If you're making soap for kids, you could even embed some toys in your soap, like in this case here some eraser toys. So once the soap is used up, they get to use the eraser. If you're interested in other soap making related videos, check out the playlist on the screen, where you can find many more. Feel free to subscribe and see you soon. Bye!